I'm not singing this week, but I still have something to share really fast with everybody. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing that I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. You, baby. All I want for Christmas is you. You. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. You. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. All I really want, baby. Ooh. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. All I really want for Christmas is you. I definitely read that wrong, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and throw that away and get on to the real shit that we're all here for. Greetings and welcome to another weekly vault video with me, Treggyz. Made a nice mess to start this video off, but let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? I got a lot of vaults today to share with everybody. Just want to also take a second to remind everybody I am still trying to hit 250 subs here on YouTube before the end of the year. I would really like to hit that goal, and I am very close. So if you're not subscribed, maybe help a guy out. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Raven is making a bed of my paper. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff done. It's probably besides like one of the dungeon weekly boxes, which is literally this week again. This is probably the week where I've done like the most vaults across all my characters ever. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Don't I already have this ring? Yeah. Haste Mastery Leech Shoulders. Ooh. Burst Haste Ring. I don't think I need any more rings. I have like every ring imaginable, I feel. I think I just I go for the Leech Shoulders, because they're not much of a stat change, and I just get Leech from it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. He's a big old bonus stat. Some more leech for me. Just like I leached all I want for Christmas is you today. Alright, moving on. Big, actually, here, I'll go ahead and just get this upgraded real fast, because I have the Valor Stones. May as well not forget about it. I have the Valor Stones, and I have the free crest upgrade, even though also, as was shared this morning, is the crest cap is finally gone. It took a lot longer than usual, I feel. I think once the crests are getting close to 1,000, Blizzard should just get rid of them fully, so, you know, it doesn't feel like you're kind of wasting your time by, you know, continuing to play your characters that are capped out, and you're just like, now you're starting to get like those bottom crests that just don't do anything. So, it's nice that we finally got that. My DK's Vault is going to look similar to my Warrior. I have a single Mithrate slot, which I think it's another piece that I've either gotten before or don't really need. It's really nice stats and all, and it's indestructible, but I don't really want that. Crit. There's sort of a helmet upgrade. Actually, that's going back to the helmet. I'm pretty sure I had this helmet on before I swapped to the visor of the Ascended Captain. So it's like I get my stats back the way I used to have them, with a like, 'cause you just don't really need haste for Deathbringer Blood DK. So that's definitely an idea. Yeah, just another belt. Yeah. I think that's the idea. Get some more avoidance back. Oh, I lose the socket though. Shit, I didn't. I actually genuinely missed the socket. Like, I could still pick it, and, like, next week I could socket it or something. If I get crappy stuff. I hope I don't get crappy stuff, but I haven't had to buy a socket yet on any of my characters. Or at least, you know, besides, like, last week where I pixeling on my Evoker, and I literally just didn't have enough slots to pick a full socket. So now, definitely the choices between the ring and the helmet. Either pick the helmet, hoping for a socket later on, or just go for a ring to, I don't know, start working on Crest, unlocking the ring slot. Actually, this ring might be really good for Frost. I just don't really play Frost very much, if at all, nowadays. You know what? I'll just go for the ring. I don't have any myth rings yet. I'm pretty sure. And Raven wants to come join me. She'll get her time later. I'm gonna just keep sliding on through all my characters. After last week and having to pick the tokens, where I didn't even have enough tokens to buy a socket, I ended up doing extra stuff on my Evoker last week. Not extra keys, because that would be useful, but I did just enough world content to give me 3 slots, I'm pretty sure. If I remember right. Yeah. And look at that, some nice tier legs to upgrade to. I will very much take those. And if anyone does remember my vault pick from last week, it was literally a repeat belt of this one. And then when I'm looking at my bags, do you see what I... Does anyone notice what I also see? Clasp of Waning Shadow. Clasp of Waning Shadow. Clasp of Waning Shadow. You would think there are no other mail belts in the entirety of the game. Going off that. So, at least I got some nice tier legs today and don't have to pick for another set of tokens. Now my Monk's Vault I'm very excited for. I did a little bit bonus stuff on them. So last week I got invited to go join a like a 4 out of 8 mythic alt run, and we were very successful. So I got 2 myth raid slots on this character as well. Ooh. I don't think I want these, although they are myth slot, but the stats are pretty bad for brew. There's a weapon, which I do think over my Border Billy Club would probably be an upgrade. Maybe a bit of a... Actually, it's not really much of like a stat downgrade. I get more verse, and it'll just be more stat overall. Miss Shoulders also could be pretty good. the bottled Flayed Wing Toxin with bonus leech. Ooh. Very exciting, that one. And an Umbrus brand that I'll never pick that one. Decent weapon, or maybe a slightly better? Actually, I don't know if that is a better trinket for brew. So I was told yesterday that I already have, like, essentially the good damage trinket. The stat crystal is apparently very good for brew, for damage. Bottled Flayed Wing Toxin is better, though, going off just a quick look at Blood Mallet. Not much higher, but it is higher. In fact, if one had dropped or shown up, it looks like the I don't think I was in tank spec. Yeah, so it wouldn't even showed up the tank trinket off the first boss on Myth. Also would have been a good damage upgrade, surprisingly, for this character. Literally the 3rd highest option. It's very surprising. Oh, in AoE. The stat crystal goes up in value in AoE. So bottled flaming toxin is only really good for a single target, looks like, on this list. But I think the as much as I'd like the bonus leech and stuff, I think the weapon is just the choice, right? It's better, slightly better stats, more verse, and it's a myth track weapon. And all since now the crest, I mean, I wasn't even anywhere near the crest cap on this character, but now that the crest cap is definitely gone, I can definitely max it out pretty quickly. And it will get done. And it's bonus Mog, too, because I never get weapons from Raid. Looks alright. I do like how the weapon enchants price has gone down to the point where it's like the thought of fully swapping over my weapon enchants so they're kind of the same way I had them before isn't no longer as much of a complete like pain in the ass. Like would it have been freaking 30k or whatever it was a couple weeks ago. So Treggyz is freaking huge. I love this character. It's like not much longer and I might be able to, I don't know, play a different alt instead because my monk will just be done. But moving right along, I have many more vaults. Well, I was happy that we got like those mythic bosses killed on my monk run or whatever. I'm only a little disappointed thinking about the vault a second ago, and I won't lie, I was really hoping that the myth track Sickrin neck showed up so I could voluntarily choose not to pick it, or at least maybe I wouldn't have picked it depending on the other stuff, but. Ooh, that is like exact, maybe not necessarily the best weapon, but I did go prot spec in the hopes of maybe getting a weapon, or I did a little bit of raid. I was hoping to get more slots, but I was hoping maybe for like a chance at like Swarmlord's Authority up here in the vault slot, and the raid slot. There is also the Skarmorak shard, which is cool and all, but I think a myth track weapon, just like on my monk, it's like I may as well go for that, because that's kind of just big. Again, maybe a bit of a stat downgrade, but obviously it's going to be way better than a freaking stupid champion time-walking sword, so. It's like literally exactly what I wanted. Just about. It's like a good, decent one-hander, because I was going to craft one today. But I could also just get one. But I would much rather just do that. Even if it is going to end up still being maybe a little more work. And now I can craft something else instead with my... I did have a Gilded Crest ready to go. It's just a matter of picking something else now. Because, you know, eventually just do enough keys and I'll just have a slightly higher eye level weapon anyway. I think my Demon Hunter got the least amount of anything. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I did a full heroic run on my Demon Hunter. But I also got myth tier legs. So is anything else from up here worth taking instead? Not so sure about that. Ooh, oh. Thanks add-on. Let me move everything around. I've never wanted to do that before. Yeah, I just go for the tier legs because they're like amazing stat and it's just myth tier, so. Awesome. Easy peasy. It's a bit of a, excuse me, a bit of a shame to do a full heroic clear and then the one mythic plus slot I got is still just the choice. Who doesn't like an easy vault choice? Ah, cute Treggyz. The gem of my eye nowadays. So it's like, it's still only been like a couple of weeks since I changed fire, or not fire, but I guess the hero talent stuff around, and then like now you play Frostfire. Ooh. Ooh. I was gonna say this trinket I'm pretty sure is bad. And I'm definitely not in the market for a new trinket nowadays. Only Mage. At least not that one. Actually, I mean, okay, that's weird, but oh, I'm an Arcane. It helps to be on the right spec before you make a judgment. Well, apparently Satchel of Misbegotten Minions isn't all that bad. It still isn't as good as the trinkets I currently have, except maybe for Arcane, but I don't really have any interest in playing Arcane, and this is really good stat for Fire. So I think I'm swapping around my my Bracer Banding embellishment. And I get some bonus avoidance. Who doesn't like that? Probably just craft a cloak instead, I think. That's awesome. Again, I like mostly easy, quick choices on my alts. My character should be higher than that. I think this is the last one. I definitely didn't do anything else unlike my other characters. I fully ignored my hunter last week. As much as I'd like to kind of like just like, you know, do a key on it just to see if I get like something good, it was not. I was in really no mood. Please don't give me another Ocarina. It's been a very it was a very interesting choice to go with the Ocarina, kind of as a meme. Ooh. Oh my. I think that's a pretty darn good trinket. Not good enough to make me free of Ocarina, but at least I'll have a better trinket in the other slot instead, maybe? What do I have again? Scroll of Momentum. Probably better than the Champ Track one, but I probably need to sim that. Actually, I mean, it's like I don't think I need to sim it. Actually, it's like while the legs aren't necessarily the best stat, it's like I don't want to like turn them into tier because the tier legs are like the worst statted for Outlaw, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, yeah, just go for the big trinket. Scroll of Momentum is apparently pretty high on this list, but it doesn't go all the way up to, like, it'd only be if I had a hero track version, it would probably be a tiny bit better, but I will go for Spyglass because Spyglass just works. Scroll of Momentum is weird. Pretty much all I got for vaults. Unless I got like my druid, like a bonus druid vault in again for doing like world content. But I doubt it. Do I got something? No. Alright, that makes things easy. And then I just I don't have a lot to talk about, I feel, from last week. I usually do my little recap, and it's like weren't quite able to get enough ration on prog timing on my DK and evade. I think we had like 30 minutes and just not, you know, like 30 minutes on Tuesday, and then like Wednesday we had people out, so there was like little to no hope of doing Mythic. So we did like a weird day of like alt raiding. I only really wanted to do a quick re-clear of the other bosses that we like normally skip. But we ended up doing like a full clear and a half essentially on alts, and it was kind of fun, even though we couldn't quite figure out we couldn't quite kill Queen, sadly. It's just a bit annoying because like literally we got to phase 3 like 2 or 3 times, and then just like something weird happened. Like literally our best pull of the whole night we got to phase 3, and the queen comes out. She's, does her thing where she tries to attack a tank with the ad circle, and here I am on Stout Treggyz, like taunting her like crazy, and instead of hitting me with the tank hit, the tank hit goes on a hunter pet, and immediately it goes off in melee, and immediately the whole raid dies because the ads are just right underneath the queen. Admittedly, if I'd been a better monk, I could have probably ring a piece and, at least bought us an extra second to figure out how to get the queen away, but, stuff happens. Still kind of fun to get, like, some raid slots on these other characters, even though I didn't take a single one of them, because I just literally did, it was like a combination of my monk, Pally, and Demon Hunter that got in on that alt crap. And I think, very admittedly, I don't think I'll ever try to do that again, or at least, because, I don't know. It's like one of those things where, as long as we kill stuff, it's fine, but, like, kind of like spending, I think we had, like, I actually think it was, like, a full hour trying to do Queen, and, like, stuff just kept going poorly. I think I should have just called it sooner, because I was, like, very much in the mood, Wednesday to be, like, done with raid and like 40 minutes, right? Just go in, kill Sikrin through Brood Twister and Princess and call it a week, But I got convinced by others to go in and do like another alt clear. And while it wasn't so bad to like kind of do that, it was a very different raid night. It's like I don't really know if I want to do it again. Or at least not with so many alts in the future. Speaking of like raid stuff, we also weren't able to really do court fully in WoW. We only got to raid one night. We had like 2 people out like Saturday night, so we couldn't do our second night of raiding. We were gonna do a little makeup raid on Monday, so you could just kill it real fast because we're essentially right there. I think we had a 6% wipe or something. So we're like just about there. But when we were doing court, like Friday, I felt I did okay most of the night, but like what happened is like literally like the first like 20 minutes of raid, I was a fucking clown playing like arms again. Like I last week I ended up playing Fury for like my own personal sanity. Just while we were like essentially going through the motions of like the movement and everything on court. But because we weren't never really hitting like phase 3 or execute, I was like, man, playing arms feels stupid. I feel like I could just do better as Fury, and I kind of was. Just like a lot less to think about rotationally, because I'm just so much more comfortable with Fury over arms. But now that we are like so close to doing it, I will definitely be playing arms for the kill. And the thing that sucked about like our one night of raid this week is, again, I didn't do very well the first 20 minutes, just kind of getting back to swing arms, but I felt like I played pretty well most of the night. But then like the last like 30 minutes or so, I just like had like one unfortunate death, and then just like my mental was like pew, down into the fucking ground. So just like kind of like we were at like the cusp of killing it, and then the whole raid had to deal with a stupid warrior essentially the whole night, or at least it's how I felt to me. Stuff happens. Shouldn't beat myself up about it too much. And it isn't literally that like literally just one person could wipe it, but it is bad when like, I'm just a little slow on one of the group splits for like the careful there, cat. When like everyone in the raid or everyone in like one of the groups gets sucked into the boss, because in case you don't know about Mythic Court, the whole raid, you start the fight by like splitting the raid. You're red or blue, and you have like lots of mechanics and stuff that you have to like. Blue has to soak red orbs, red has to soak blue orbs, etc. Like there's stuff like that. And but one of the caveats of the fight is if a red player touches a blue person touches a red person, whatever where however it works, both of them die. And definitely what happened one of the last polls of the night, I double backed and second guessed myself and fucking as the groups were getting sucked in, I got caught by a red person, and I should not have been there. I should have been long gone, but it happens. So just again got to feel kind of guilty about that for a few days. But luckily Blizzard has also nerfed the fight, so I'm sure now we're gonna go in there and just annihilate it first thing Friday, because it's gonna be not free now, but the chances of double soaking an orb, because they're pixels stacked inside of each other, is a lot less. Come on up here, kitty cat. I'm still not super sure about the dispel change that they made. It's cast on 4 people instead of 5. You could kind of milk more damage, but I don't know, maybe it'll just work out better. At least it's one less dispel to possibly miss. It's wonder if you could maybe milk out a little more damage with the 80% sitting at 4, if you can kind of get your early dispels done quickly enough. Instead of now it'll be 75, but at least it should be impossible to die to the dispel. Yeah, I think that's all I really got. Actually, I guess I also wanted to show this off real fast. Quick little look at my, I did a whole video about this last year, but I think this time I'll just show off, you can ignore this, it's my little restream thing going off. Quick little Twitch recap thing, just kind of show off my stats for a minute. Top 10% of WoW streamers, or whatever. I don't even really remember streaming Diablo 4, but apparently I streamed Diablo 4. I definitely remember streaming Civ 6 and Teamfight Tactics one night. Yeah. Kind of just another week in the life. Lots of good shit done. So I will catch everybody real soon. It's going to be Dungeon Weekly week, so all my characters are going to get a lot of shit done. It's going to be the exact same, if not more. So I hope everyone's excited for that, because I'm excited for it. Free heroic raid piece for every character who does 4 mythic dungeons. It's always my favorite week. A lot of work to do. We're very, very proactive this week in getting shit done. So I will catch everybody. I'll catch everybody next week for more vaults. Remember to subscribe and all that good stuff for the people who made it all the way to this point in the video. And me and Raven will be back next week. Ain't that right, Raven? She isn't going to meow this week, I feel. She's already zoned out. Yeah, there we go. Kind of not a meow, but there she goes. Goodbye from me and Raven. Once I find my mouse.